I just tweeted out, obviously, that I was playing it, and my tweet was just liked by Tim Stelmach, who was one of the original game designers on Ultima Underworld. So how cool is that? Not only got Lord British retweeting me on pretty much every Ultima game I'm playing, but now the game designers from Underworld spotted the tweet as well. That's awesome. So, Ultima Underworld 1. Not the first spin-off game, but a spin-off game not directly made by Origin. It was made by Looking Glass and is widely quoted and referenced as one of the most important games created in terms of 3D video games, and things that we take for granted, such as movement around a 3D world, music that changes depending on what's happening in the game, plus the sort of moving away from the 2D stuff into 3D. And obviously the people from Looking Glass created System Shock, very similar, Thief, which obviously was more about the design concepts, the shadows and sound, all things that now pretty much every game is in a standard. A lot of them were born here in Underworld 1. And of course the team then went on to do Deus Ex. So it's got a big pedigree from both the Origin side, who published, and the Looking Glass side, who created. So this is the first non 100% Origin Ultima, but one of my favourites. So here we go. Hopefully, when we actually create a character, it'll work. I'm going to mute myself for this bit. We've gone for MIDI over Sound Blaster.
For 3 nights, each attempt to rest has brought you starting from your bed in fright. What horrifying yourself. With a sickening sense of deja vu, you begin to dream.
Treachery and doom. My brother would unleash a great evil. Britannia is in peril.
Sure that the ghost can take you to Britannia, you allow yourself to be drawn to him.
A visitor, and from far away indeed. Were he not dead, I'd suspect my brother sent thee. No matter, thou shalt serve to draw the hounds from the scent.
Below, a creature heads toward the dark woods, a thrashing sack slung over its massive shoulder.
What hast thou done with our lord's daughter Ariel? Dropped her below to an accomplice, I'll wager. Well, he'll nigh escape us, and when we bring him back, he'll both hang.
Several tense hours later, you are dragged before Baron Ulmric. Ignoring you, Ulmric questions his captain.
What news, Corwin?
Forgive us, my lord. The foul creature escaped. A score of us gave chase, but it fled into the Stygian abyss with poor Ariel. We were attacked, goblins and worse, my lord. Only 3 of us survived.
I see.
The Baron turns his hard grey eyes upon you.
I was warned of thy coming. Last fortnight, an apparition of an old, haggard man appeared in my dreams. Guard thy daughter well, it warned, for an evil one shall come to steal her away. I posted guards at Ariel's door, but still you took her from me. They say thou didst drop her to a troll waiting below. What sayest thou?
You explain that you are the Avatar, and that you are innocent.
Whether thou speak truth or falsehood, I cannot say. Stories tell of the coming of the Avatar, but years have passed since he visited here. If thou art truly the Avatar, then perhaps thou canst offer hope. None here can survive the Stygian abyss and rescue Ariel. My mind is set. Corwin shall take thee to the abyss. Return here with my daughter, and thy innocence shall be proven. If thou dost not return, Avatar, then thy lies shall have brought thee low.
This be the foul pit's only entrance. Once it is locked, none can pass. I will shut thee in and stand guard till I hear Ariel's voice from within. Otherwise, 'twill remain shut forever.
Well, shit. The voice acting is of top quality there. What hast thou done with our lord's daughter? And Richard Garriott doing a horrendous Scottish accent. Okay, so create a character. I've got this silly black bar across the top of the screen. I'm hoping that that is going to vanish. So, oh, now bugger. Male, sorry. I'm going to be a right-hander. And we will stick with what we've always been, with the old Paladon. But it's pretty much, as you can see, the standard 8 classes. Okay, so you have skills, which is different. So my stats: 17 strength, 19 dex, 24 intelligence, 33 vitality, an attack of 8, a defense of 2, and charm of 5. But you have to pick a skill. So, praise, charm, acrobat, and repair. So, we're going to go with repair. And we will go with swords. Maybe. Yeah, we'll go with swords. We've got an interesting set of faces. I think normally I go with this one. Historically. I'll do that one. Okay, we'll go with that one. Maybe not. Nail, right, paladin, repair, sword. Is the body actually different there? Male, right, paladin, repair, sword. Oh no. I think that's one. Difficulty, standard. Name, Slegnor. Keep this character. Why not? Okay. Right. So, for some reason, it's giving me that little black box at the top of the screen. So, let me just have a play around with it. Okay, so I'm just going to see if I can sort out the odd border. So, I shall be back shortly. That looks better. Right, so, after quite a lot of tinkering, I have now got the music the way I want it and the sound effects that I want it. So, unfortunately I can't alter the volume level between the music and the sound effects, but so, as you can see, it's a 3D world. How cool is that? Now, I have to try and remember now how to sodding well do it. There's a way to look up or down. Just trying to remember how it is. 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, you can look up and down, which helps considerably. I prefer the sort of slightly down view. Yeah, so a 3D environment with lighting. It has the dynamic music. It also has dynamic sound. So you can throw items. Okay, so pick up the bag. A torch and a dagger. I'm right-handed, so it's got my right hand. Map. Okay, so this is one of the coolest features of the game. This is the map. It's an auto map, obviously. So if we read this, right, it reads: "We were attacked at the entrance by all attacked the entrance with all manner of tools, but it gave not a hair. It simply cannot be breached. Hence, we have resigned ourselves to die in this hellish pit, Elsmore." Okay, so you can walk down here. Use items. Now, it's got quite a cool feature. If you click on the compass, it gives you stats. So currently well fed and awake. You're in the first level of the abyss. It's the first day of your imprisonment. You guess it is currently early evening. Okay. Now we have down this side: talk, get, look, attack. When you get your sword out, the music changes. When you put your sword away, the music changes again. That dynamic music that I mentioned. This little demon up at the top, its eyes change colour depending on how badly damaged your opponent is. So it gives you an indication of the enemy's health. My health, my mana, which is rubbish. This here is for casting spells, which comes later on. You do have some other controls down here. This power gem here, so combat is controlled by the right mouse button. So, and it depends where you click on the screen. So say you have something in front of you and you hold, press at the bottom of the screen, you'll do a stab, middle of the screen, a slash, top of the screen, an overhead strike. Now this gem changes colour depending on how long you hold it, and that gives an indication of how strong your attack is going to be. So obviously you hold it for green to do a stronger attack. Now, introduction of the paper doll that we saw in Ultima 6, slightly expanded on this as well, because you can turn it round and you get your character sheet. It also tells you what your skills are, etc. Now, I don't know if you can hear that. No, there's some footsteps. Now, very quiet. I might be able to hear over the music. So, the F keys to F6 do the bits at the side. F7 is your character sheet. F8 cast a spell. Right. F9, 10 goes to sleep. I didn't mean to go to sleep. Last arrived. Civilized. Seek out and speak with the civilized inhabitants of the abyss. They end, and their decisions and actions will. I'm gonna have to reload because I didn't mean to press that. So F9 is your tracking skill. So I detect a few creatures to the northwest. So they're actually sort of behind me. And if you turn and track again, he says, detect a creature to the northwest. F11, don't know what it does. F12 doesn't do anything. Right, so I'm actually going to reload just back to the beginning because I stupidly went to sleep with my torch lit, which just burnt it out. So, quite harsh, this game. It doesn't really care if you go to sleep and leave your torch lit. It will just screw you over and let it burn out while you're asleep. Okay, so as I was mentioning, the cool feature with the map, we've obviously come down from the little ramp to here, and the auto map has updated. You can see there's a door here, there's another door at the end of that corridor, etc. The door there that we came through. But this is the cool feature. You can actually write on the map. So if you need to take notes, you just write them on. One of the most useful things ever in a game, and so many games that could use it and don't. Okay, so that door's locked, but it's a sturdy door, so I could try breaking it down, but I would damage my weapon. So that's locked as well. I need to try and find a key. So, plant, debris, grating. Aha. So here we've got an Ort and a Jux rune. So, unlike the Ultimas so far, which needed reagents, your blood, moss, spider silk, sulphurous ash, to cast spells, the Underworld games use runic magic. And what you do is you actually need a rune bag. And what you do is you place the your runes in the rune bag, which obviously stores them all. My stereo mix is mixed up. I think my left and right are swapped, which is going to be interesting for. It is brilliant. Okay, so left is right, right is left. Everyone remember that. Yeah, so here we go. So there's a bet in Law and Sanct rune. So what you do is you drop these into your rune bag. Okay, along with those. And as you'll remember, each word meant something. So we previously knew the spell in Law, Light. We've used that a lot. Now, you can turn out your torch because it has a like a use level. I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. Obviously, it starts off perfect, then becomes damaged, worn, and destroyed. And obviously, that applies to weapons and things. So we'll see if we can cast this spell. F8. So we don't have enough mana to cast the spell. So we need to improve a bit. Okay, so here we have a sturdy door. There we go. And an upset giant rat. Now, the condition that they're in, upset, etc., is important. If it's peaceful, it'll ignore you. If it's upset, it means it's not happy that you're there, and something may trigger it to become hostile. So at the moment, it's just chilling out, being a rat. It's not happy I'm here. So some leather leggings there. And the reason it's pissed off is because that piece of cheese belongs to the rat. If I take the leggings, which don't belong to the rat, because it says they don't belong to the rat, and put them on, the rat couldn't care less. Just buggered off. It's just chilling out. But, and I'll save this to exercise my point. It's not in the room, so if we take the cheese, the rat is still upset because it didn't see me do it. But now it's back in the room. If I take the meat, it's still upset. Ah, I was pretty certain that it would piss it off. Well, it does work that way. So we'll just restore that. So old ratty boy actually didn't care that I just took all his stuff. So fuck him. So combat. He's a rat. He wasn't going to survive my awesome power. So you could see the eyes went red, which meant essentially he went from full health to just dead immediately. Because I'm so awesome. So you know it's the weight limit. I'm not carrying all that much, and I've already gone down 10 stone. So we need to increase our strength, I think, or dexterity. Can't remember. So another locked door. So we haven't been able to find a key, which is strange. I thought we would. You can sift through stuff so you can find things hidden behind. Okay, so what we can do is we can actually unequip the weapon from our main fighting hand, and actually you become unarmed, which is one of the skills. So we can try and bash the door down. Doesn't seem to be working, does it? So let's try with this cudgel that we got now. We were skilled with swords, if you remember. There we go. So we didn't actually cause any damage to the weapon, which was good. Okay. Aha. So, hostile goblin. So these would be the goblins that the guard talked about. Okay. So, because I'm winning, and it's sort of an inevitable thing, the music has changed. He's running away because he knows he's going to die. He's not actually attacking me back. And there he goes, he's dead. A bit of victory music. Okay, so a serviceable cudgel. Our cudgel is worn, so if we swap them, he also drops some gold. So we'll take 5. gold also weighs money, unfortunately. He had a sling as well, which range weapon. But you need ammo for it. Okay. So this is, as you can see, we've come sort of deeper into the middle of the level. So there was this door back here and this door over here, which I want to go and have a look at. I'll see if I can bash those down as well. But what I will use is the knackered cudgel for that. So what's this way, wasn't it? So a lot of people don't really like the little screen, but I think it suits the game perfectly well. I mean, obviously, full screen combat. Sorry, full screen 3D at this sort of stage was in its infancy. So this actually used a trick to do this. The levels are actually flat, and it actually uses the programming to turn them into 3D worlds. So we're not doing very well here. The door was sturdy, it's now damaged. So keep trying. There we go. We're through. Okay. So, combat mode. It says, this plat reads, plant the seed of the silver sapling, and a new sapling will spring forth. In return for this gift of life, thou wilt be granted a new life thyself when this one doth end. So this is how you resurrect. So you pick the silver tree, and you get the silver seed. You use it, and it plants the silver tree again. If you die, you resurrect where you planted the silver tree. So it's extremely important to remember to plant the damn thing. And you can only plant it in earth. You can't just plug it wherever you want. Okay, so this funny looking wall here that doesn't seem to match properly, it's a secret door. Sometimes can be locked, etc. So we shall see what is down here. Now, secret doors either lead to hidden rooms, as you'd expect, or may lead to escape routes from traps or other things, and obviously there's like loot behind them. Now, one of the things you can do is you can run, you can walk, you can turn on the spot, you can also jump. So, guess what this is? Yeah, it's a platforming bit. So, because we suck badly, we're gonna save. Alright. Because you can jump too far. That noise is actually the bats flapping away. Okay. So, there's a button over there to push. Now, it's just reminded me of something, actually. So, I'm just going to go back. Because it's a full interactive world, and you have physics. Sling stones. There's another one here. He threw one at me. It bounced off. Yeah. Right. I think we can hit that button with the sling, if I remember rightly. So we could try jumping over there to get to it, or we can try and use game's physics. Let's have a look. Okay, up a bit. There we go. So we hit the button. Because we hit the button, something happened. But we don't really know what. I open this door. Okay, so we could have just jumped over there to do it, but instead we used physics to do it. Right, so that's kind of the basics of the game, really. So let's crack on. We've obviously been dumped in here either as a prisoner for kidnapping the girl or in order to save her. So let's save her.